Yo, 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 this your boy Kenny D. Today is Monday and we are bringing you Pimp Game, the podcast. That's right, we are back and we got a special show for you guys today. We are not playing, we coming with it each and every single Monday, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on IG Live. Alright? So, I'd like to thank everybody out there for joining and thanks for tuning in to the show. Again, for all of my YouTube viewers out there, my YouTube lovers, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That's right. You will subscribe to I Am Kenny D. And make sure you turn the notifications on to make sure you get the videos when we upload them. Alright? So, tonight, we got a very good show for you guys. And also for the super chat, you want to go ahead and send a super chat, make sure you go ahead and send it to us. Hit us in the Cash App, $ Pimp Game Podcast. If you want to send a super chat to us, we're going to come with it each and every single Monday. Today, we are going to be talking about why do rappers stay in the hood after they make it big? What's up? What's up with that? How come they still stay in the hood? And then at the bottom of the hour, 8:30, we got the infamous DJ PHALSE ID. Many of you may know him as the DJ of Rick Ross and also Anthony Hamilton. He will be on the show at the bottom of the hour, 8:30. All right? We're going to pick his brain to see how he got into the industry, how he did his DJing, and how he got started. We got you. All right? So, let me start off by saying this, because this is bananas. I have never seen an instance where we got so many rappers, man, and dope, talented rappers, talented music people, just creative all across the board in our world. But when they make it big, they continue to stay in the hood. I don't understand it. The goal, as I understand it, the goal is to, when you make it, or when you get the deal, when you get the record deal with Sony, when you get it with Def Jam, when you get it with Rockefeller, whoever you get it with, Arista, these record labels, once you get the deal, you're supposed to get out of the hood. But far too many times, we got our rappers, they are staying in the hood. They stay there. And I don't know why they staying there. I can't understand it. So we're having the death of a Tupac Shakur. We having the death of a Biggie because they still closely related to the hood. Same thing, Pop Smoke. Most recently, PNB Rock. These rappers are staying in the hood. I remember there was a video, I don't know, it went viral a couple of years ago. It was Soulja Boy. He was in the hood. For what? What are you doing there? I'm not understanding. Now, I will say this. I don't have a problem with you going to the hood if you got mass security over there. You got mass security and maybe you doing some type of event and you giving back to the hood. I'm with it. I am with it. But if you're there and it's not really benefiting you, you're not helping your people, then what are you doing in the hood? And what we have to understand as rappers, as music people, as creatives, when you make it big like that, you want to help your family. But you got to know that family in the hood, your day ones, the people that ain't make it, they're looking at you differently. You're not the same no more. You are not the same no more. It is wild. You know? We got to do better. So put your comments in the comments. Do you agree? Or I could bring you on the show. We could talk about it. How do you feel about rappers staying in the hood after they make it big? And again, I'm not against them going to the hood. I'm against them going there with the jewelry. I'm against them going there flossing and showing what they got, trying to stunt on everybody. Well, maybe somebody need to pull them aside and say, yo, you're not the same person no more. You're not the same PNB Rock that used to be with him. And you ain't have a dime to your name. We're using the studio, recording that song with Diddy. Or recording that song with Tory Lanez. You ain't that dude no more. You ain't had the bread then. You wasn't signed then. They was just putting you on the track because we knew you was up and coming. We knew you was next up. That's what we knew. But now they're getting the deals. They still staying in the hood. They still got the money on the side of their heads, like it's on the side of their ear, like they on the phone. It's crazy. It is crazy. Yo, if you are just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are talking about why do rappers stay in the hood after they make it big. And also at the bottom of the hour, 8:30, we got the infamous DJ PHALSE ID. He is the DJ of Rick Ross. He will be on the show at the bottom of the hour, 8:30. And it's amazing to me how none of the rappers are actually doing, I don't know if they're doing tours or pulling these young cats aside and saying, yo, you can't be flossing like this for the gram. Because what if they faking? If they faking, it's not going to be good. Because now you got somebody looking at you thinking that you got all this bread that you may not have. And I'm not saying you ain't got it, but you may not have it. That 20 million, that 20 stacks you got, that might be for the label or something you got to pay back. It may not be yours. And even if you do a tour, you're doing a tour for the record label, that the record label is eating on that. They're eating something on that. Don't get me wrong. The artists, they're definitely eating on tours. But now the labels are taking a percentage of it. They're taking something. They are taking something. So if you want, I could bring you on the show to talk about it. Why are rappers continue to stay in the hood after they make it big? What's up with that? And I see now that maybe the death of PNB Rock maybe has woken some rappers up, hopefully. Where at least maybe they get security everywhere they go. Maybe they tap in with, I don't know, whoever they need to tap in when they go into a certain city. If that's what you're supposed to do. But maybe it just wakes them up. Because we need it, man. And too many of our young people, too many of our young rappers are dying to the hand of the gun violence. But it's always coming from our hood. This ain't the white man. This ain't the white man doing this. I don't believe that. This is our own destruction. This is our own destruction. The white man ain't saying, yo, go ahead, put your money up like you hold. They're not doing that. Now, obviously, we don't know what goes on from the labels. But what we do know is that for these rappers getting killed or something like that, I think somebody's making money from that. I heard Cat Williams say it. I don't know how true it is, but I got to believe something is true. And it's just unfortunate that we have it like that. Now, if we could do something maybe that Kodak Black did. Kodak Black just paid for 28 families. He just paid for their rent. They were getting ready to get evicted. He paid for a whole bunch of families. Like, I could respect that. I love that. I love to see that. That's dope to me. Now you're really looking out for your hood. You're looking out for your people. I can respect that. Versus somebody stunting and like, yo, I got this bread all over here. Granted, that does. Everybody wants attention. I get it. But to what avail? To what? What's the end goal? To getting killed, getting gunned down? Somebody plotting on you? They trying to get your jewelry? How much are you really going to get for the jewelry? Let's just say you do get away with the robbery. You take the jewelry. How much are you really getting? The jewelry might cost 50 grand. They're not giving you 50 grand at the pawn shop. You might get 2-3 grand. And maybe that's a lot of money for somebody who ain't got it. I get it. But it ain't enough to be robbing and almost trying to killing somebody. It ain't worth it. Now this young 17-year-old is going to jail for the PNB Rock murder. I would love to ask him, was it worth it? Destroyed his whole life. And it's sad. In front of that man's daughter. Crazy. And I blame the father. But again, PNB Rock was in the hood. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he didn't know. You know? I don't think he knew that it was the hood. I don't think he knew. So now, when you think about it, when you got this case going on and he's in the hood at the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, what are you doing at the Chicken and Waffles? What are you doing there? What are you doing at the Chicken and Waffles? In the hood, when nobody goes, nobody eats there. Nobody eats there. And now they're talking about they have a fourth suspect. A fourth suspect that they're getting ready to tap into. I guess we're going to know that in a couple of days. So, yo, if you are just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, where we highlight positive, intelligent, motivated people each and every single Monday, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we got a special show for you guys tonight. We are talking about why do rappers stay in the hood after they've made it big already. And at the bottom of the hour, 8:30, we got the infamous DJ False ID. He's the DJ of Rick Ross. He will be on the show at 8:30 to talk to us. There's nothing more frustrating, man, than somebody getting that bread, getting that money, going out there to go get it. And then you still go back to the same place you were trying to get away from in the first place. There's nothing more frustrating than that, I believe. Now, I'm not saying you can't go there at all. But what I'm saying, if we're going to go back there, at least go back there smart. Leave the jewelry at home. You don't need to add insult to injury already. These people already don't have it. They don't have it. And some of these neighborhoods are terrible. They're bad, man. You can't go there with all the jewelry. You can't go there stunting on them. Bill Gates ain't wearing jewelry. The owner of Facebook, he ain't wearing jewelry. Mike Zuckerberg, he's not wearing jewelry. Elon Musk, he's not wearing jewelry. These people don't do it. It's a reason for that. Granted, there's certain places they just don't go to. I get that. But they're not doing it. They won't do it. Because now some of these robbers, they'll get you whoever you are, whatever color you are. It don't matter. If you stunting and flossing, they will get you. And that's real. That is real. Now, I will say this. I wish they would put a law in place just to stop people from wearing the jewelry. If they could stop people from wearing the jewelry, maybe, hey, you could only have one chain on, and maybe you can only have two. You can't have three. You can't have four. You can't have five, unless we're going to find you. Because what it's doing is making these people susceptible to murder. Some of these rappers. And we don't need them dying like that. They're too talented. XXX, Tenacion, Pop Smoke. We talking about these cats were nice. PNB Rock, same thing. Nice. But dying to the gun violence for my own people. Nipsey Hussle, same thing. Still in the hood. And I'm okay with Nipsey helping the hood. Helping the gang. Granted, he came from the gang life. I get it. But he had enough bread where he could have moved somewhere out, Puerto Rico or something like that. He could have did it. And help his city or help his hood from where he was. He didn't have to go there. Even though he's running those stores over there in Crenshaw, I get it. I get it. I get it. So, yo, if you are just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are talking about why do rappers stay in the hood after they make it big. And then at the bottom of the hour, we got the infamous DJ PHALSE ID. He will be on the show. He is the DJ of Rick Ross. He will be on at the bottom of the hour at 8:30. It's crazy to me. Nipsey could have been somewhere else in Puerto Rico with his girl. Pop Smoke could have been somewhere else. And sometimes when these dudes are getting hit, it's an inside job. It's somebody that know them. It's somebody that knows them already. That's behind it. And it's a tragedy, man. If you're a rapper out there, get out of the hood, man. Stop going. You want to be in you want to be in touch with the hood, let them do a Zoom call with you. While you somewhere far out San Francisco or San Diego or something like that. You don't have to be in LA. You could be far away. And people might call you and say, yo, you're bougie. Oh, you don't care about the hood no more. Well, yo, if I'm going to be able to save my life and I'm away from the hood, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. And I can still help my hood by, throwing resources into it, maybe buying a school, maybe, I don't know, putting some jobs in the area. I can still do that with my bread if that's what I want to do. But do it from afar. You ain't got to go there. And if you go there, then go there with security. Throw a major event, but go there with security. That way, at least you feel comfortable and take off the jewelry. You don't got to have all that jewelry on. You don't need to have it on. They already know you got bread. They already know you got bread. And I think it's crazy that a lot of people are on the gram, and when they're on the gram, they flossing the chain. I know I got a small one right here, but they flossing big chains. They flossing big bread. They getting out the cars. They getting out the foreign Rolls Royce, stuff like that. And I'm with it for the gram, but I'm with it if you're giving back to your city, if you're giving back to your hood. I'm with that. But just do it from afar. Just do it from afar. And then I think for so long with the rap community, it's almost, with our society, it's almost a thing where it's okay for us to go to jail. Like, that's cool. Like, yo, sometimes your sales will go up from going to jail on your record in the rap world. And I think we need to change the standard. You shouldn't be selling more records just because you got locked up. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Now when you almost got to lose your life for it. So if you're going to be an artist, be an artist. I am with it. Yo, I want to give out a shout out to Jackie Entertainment, House of Alignment, Shanika. Shout out to you as well. And if you are just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, where we are talking about why do rappers stay in the hood when they, or after they make it big. If you want to send us a super chat, because we are coming with it each and every single Monday, 8 to 9 p.m. on Pimp Game, where we highlight positive, intelligent, motivated people each and every Monday. Send us a super chat at $ Pimp Game Podcast. All right? Now, and don't forget, We are going to have DJ False ID on at 8:30, which is coming up here momentarily. It is crazy to me that when we do have these rappers and them being so talented, it seems like the very talented ones are the ones that they might be flossing the most. They might be putting up the bread the most. They might be posting the most. They are the ones doing the most. When you don't need to do that, especially when you got money. Because the thing is, when you got bread, yeah, you might motivate me. You might motivate some people out there, maybe some friends, maybe some family. You might motivate them. But it's somebody out there that's just like, yo, when I see him, I'm going to rob him. I'm going to rob her. You can't motivate them because they're not trying to be motivated. They trying to get it easy, the easy way. And it's no easy way of getting it. So even when you do make it big, that's not overnight success. Those dudes are putting in work in the studio at night, writing songs, doing a lot of posting each and every single day. That's a lot of work. I seen the baby work. He works. J. Cole, he works. Kendrick Lamar, he works. These cats work. They put in work. Rick Ross works. Jay-Z works. 50 Cent still working right now, even though he could probably do a tour right now. Diddy, same thing. These cats work. It's all hard work. But it looks like overnight success when they're on the gram. It almost looks like it's too good to be true. That's what it looks like. And it's never that way. It's never too good to be true. These cats put in work. They really put in that hard work. Now, I'll also say this. I agree with Fat Joe. If you want to rob the man, go ahead, rob him. But you ain't got to kill him. Granted, PNB Rock wasn't giving up his chain. Then forget it. Don't worry about it. You ain't gonna get the chain. And maybe this robbery one, it wasn't it. At least you live. At least he lives. At least you don't go to jail. At least your father don't go to jail. At least the accomplice, or the other lady, she don't go to jail. It doesn't mess up everybody's life. It don't mess up PNB Rock mother's life, his girl's life, his child's life. It's not a domino effect. Every robbery, you ain't got to rob the person. Some robbery, you just got to say, yo, nah, this ain't my day. I can't rob him. I ain't trying to rob him. And eventually, if you keep robbing people, eventually it's going to turn for the worse. You're going to meet that one person with maybe like a PB Rock that might say, PNB Rock, that might say, nah, you ain't getting my jewelry. Now you got to kill him. And if you kill him now, you're going to jail for life. They're going to put you under the jail. And you coming from the hood. Now, I get it. They said the girl dropped her location, all of that stuff, dropped the location of where they were. She's not involved. I know Cardi B did a tribute tour and said, oh, don't blame her. It's something catastrophic that she went through. I get it. But I'm still blaming her for putting that location. Because you ain't supposed to put nobody's location. Especially when you're dealing with a guy like that. I don't see what's the reason of putting a location and you sitting there and you with PNB Rock. For what? What are you putting the location for? That don't make sense. Because that's the same thing that Pop Smoke died for, putting the location. Just having fun. And I'm mad because I didn't get a chance to work with him. I'm really mad about that. Dope artist. Dope. And all this could be avoided. It could be avoided. We don't have to post locations. We don't have to wear the big jewelry. I ain't gonna front. Hey, wear some jewelry at the concert. Maybe that's the only time you wear it. When you out, you ain't gotta wear no jewelry. Maybe wear one ring or something like that. But you ain't gotta be flossed out going out and you at the airport. You looking like money. I'd rather you wear that at a red carpet event to the Grammys or something like that, where all those people out there got money. So you ain't really tripping because they ain't coming to rob you. But when you in the hood stunting on your own people, now you're creating envy. Now you're creating jealousy. You know what I mean? People won't see $1 million in their lifetime, or $500,000 in their lifetime, quarter of a mil in their lifetime. And prices done gone up. We got inflation. There are some people out here who may not know how to go get it. You can't be flossing jewelry out here. Not like that. You can't do it. You know? Yo, if you are just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, where we highlight positive, intelligent, motivated people. And we are talking about, why do rappers stay in the hood when they have made it big already? And at the bottom of the hour, coming up in a couple of minutes, we got the infamous DJ PHALSE ID. That's right, he's the DJ of Rick Ross. He will be on the show. And we are going to pick his brain about how he got into the industry. And I love jewelry. I just got into actually liking jewelry. I never used to like jewelry. But I can't be flossed out. It makes you think, like, hey, do I want this jewelry? Because these cats are, they killing for it. I might get something small that costs $200-300. I'm cool with that. That way somebody come to me, I'm like, hey, go ahead, have it. You can have it. Take the jewelry. I don't care. I really don't care. You know? And all money ain't good money. So let's just say you are a robber out there, you robbing somebody for their jewelry. You gotta know karma is a real thing. It's gonna come back to you. Somebody gonna rob you, or somebody gonna kill you. It's gonna follow you. You ain't gonna just get away with you robbing somebody. Really? It ain't gonna happen. Or you might think you got away with it, but now you done got away with it. Now you try to rob this man, you try to rob this girl, you try to rob that person. And eventually it's gonna come back to you. You may rob the wrong person. That's why I say every man out here, if you're a man out here listening to the Pimp Game Podcast, you can go out there and go get it. Go get it. Go get it. And that's what you got to do. All right? So we are here. We are at the bottom of the hour, 8:30. We are getting ready to bring on our special guest. He goes by the name of DJ PHALSE ID. He's the DJ of Rick Ross. He's going to be on the show. Let's bring him in.
Yo.
PHALSE, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm tired of shit, man. How you doing?
Good. So, man, for those people out there who may not know you, I know I mentioned your name a couple of times. Give us your name and just for a couple of seconds, tell us what you do.
DJ PHALSE ID, DJ on tour for a lot of different folks. I've been DJing for 24 years now. I'm tired of shit. I just got back actually in the States. I was in the Cayman Islands working over the weekend, so that shit was lit. The same thing, man. Every day. I work 7 days a week.
All right, man. All right. I like that. So let's go back to where it all started for you. How did you get into liking to be a DJ? Like, you take it so seriously. You're working relentlessly. How did you start out becoming a DJ?
It's crazy. My aunt, she used to work at this radio station up north. And I would always just see the DJs and the radio personalities and shit. And I'd be like, oh, well, who's making money? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'd be like, okay, I see them talking on the mic, but they ain't really doing nothing. Then I saw like the DJs, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. Let me get into that. So like cats like Quicksilver, Alizé, 6 Sense, they used to like pick me up from school, and I was like a child, like 9 years old, and they would take me to the club, and I would actually set up their equipment, and that was like my way to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, like we didn't have the Serato, the laptops, and all that. It was just straight vinyl. So like I was like literally just carrying people's shit around, and I was getting in. Like that was it. And then my uncle, he was best friends with this club owner. The DJ got arrested, and the owner was like, "Yo, don't your nephew DJ?" And he was like, "Yeah, go pick him up." So I'm like, "All right, cool." And so they come and pick me up, and when I get there, they don't know that I'm really a kid. Like I was 10 years old, and so the dude was like, "Well, you know, back then there wasn't no way to like just play the radio. They needed music." And so they let me rock. And then literally I had a job every Friday when it was a strip club. And I DJ'd that joint every Friday.
So let me ask you this: when you was doing the strip club, they didn't know you was 10 years old. Was you
No,
in
they
there
did.
like, oh man, this is my dream job right here. I got to
No.
do this. I'm in the strip club. I'm doing this.
They knew, like, when I got there, they knew how old I was, obviously. But, like, when they picked me up, they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It was just, we put a security from their post, and they had to stand beside the DJ booth all night to make sure nobody came in the DJ booth, brought me no liquor, and no strippers came up to me. Like, that was it. Like, I was like, oh, this is
That
10 years
that
old.
is crazy.
At 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? 10 years old, you nigga rich. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm rich. Like, I'm getting $400 every week. Like, you 10. What you gonna do with that? You know what I'm saying? So it was cool. It was cool.
Right. So take us through like you. So you're 10 years old. You at the script club doing your thing. You making $400 a week. What was your next gig after the strip club? Did you just start doing your own thing immediately? Because you're only 10 years old. Was you doing little kids parties or what? Where did you go to from there from the strip club?
Nah. I actually started throwing high school parties. So like I got a homeboy who I met like later in life, but he used to always talk about how, yo, I used to remember you doing like Zanzibar on the waterfront, Club H2O and all this shit in DC. And he was like, yo, damn, like I remember that shit like in high school. And so like I really just started throwing my own events, and then the clubs just started booking me. And they didn't really care about age at that point because it was like you just DJing anyway. So you know what I'm saying? You're not really in here doing nothing wrong. So they ain't care.
Wow, 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 wow. That's what's up. So in the midst of you working at Zanzibar and H2O and getting the good the gigs, did that allow you to make like your own network of other gigs that you might have set up in the future? Did other gigs come from that?
Oh yeah. I mean, everything is a growing process. That's how this shit works. You know what I'm saying? It's all word of mouth. Like once you start doing certain things, it really just allows you to branch out, and it helps you grow your name. Because then people really start going like, every time he rock, people come out to have a good time, no matter what the crowd is, no matter where it is, and that helped me be able to branch out. Like when I came down south with the A&T, and people was like,
Okay.
oh, they were rocking with me because I knew about you from up north. So they was like, oh yeah, now he be doing his thing back up top. So I already know it's gonna be up when we down south. So that really just kept helping building and building and building. And then I mean that's how I started getting with artists. Like I'm actually the very first Black Bottle Boy. So like when Ross launched Bel Air, they had called me, and it's how I got on with him. And it was crazy because like I was about to hang up the phone. So they called me
Mm,
and it was like, so we got this new liquor, we got the champagne about to come out. And I was like, okay. Like, I was just kind of brushing it off, like, yeah, whatever. And then they were like, yeah, it's Rick Ross and shit. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And I just thought it was a joke. Like, I was like not taking it serious. And then
uh,
I was like, oh yeah, I heard of Bel Air. That's Rick Ross's little champagne or whatever. And so I heard the
Campaign
phone
line,
number.
right?
It was a phone that was muted on the call. And so I heard like the little beep when you come off mute, and it was Ross. And he was like, it ain't little nigga. And I was like, whoa. I was like, oh, this is Ross. It was him on
Right.
the phone. It was actually Ross on the phone. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, that's what's up. Like, so it made me stay on the phone, but it was interesting, yo, for real.
So you work with Ross. Obviously, you've been doing your thing with Ross for a couple of years now. Just really been doing your thing. When you first started working with Rose, were you in shock mode? 'Cause I know there are certain stars that we might meet that we might not be ourselves. At least for the first time, right? When you first met him, was you nervous at all? Was your veins like just popping, or you was just doing your thing? You just kind of stayed to doing your thing.
Uh, it wasn't really a shock to me. Like, I've met a lot of people already, and working with him, I had already been on tour. So, like, my blood uncle is Anthony Hamilton.
Right.
And Anthony took me on my first tour, and I was like 17. So like I had already been touring, so I was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, whatever. He was just mad cool. Like a lot of the rappers I work with, everybody's like really chill. Like they don't really be on that, you know what I'm saying, rah rah. Like they don't be on that shit. So it's like as long as you treat them like a regular person, as long as you just, you know what I'm saying, keep them to yourself, like you don't be on
You
that hot
good.
shit. They don't really care. Yeah, like people like some people not know Drake. Drake don't be on that like he be chilling like hell. Like it's been times where I go to a club in Vegas and I'm not DJing. I'm just chilling. I've had instances where Jeezy and Drake have actually gone and like just seen me walking around and been like, "Oh, that's fam. What you doing way out here?" And they snatch me up and bring me in the section, just like, "Yo, you off? Like you not working?" I'm like, "I'm chilling." They just be like, "Bro, like come and drink with us." I'm like, "All right, cool." Like I didn't know y'all was gonna be here, but it's Vegas. It's gonna be somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like they just be mad chill. Like majority of people real. Ironically, the one person I ever worked with that I don't like
Okay.
is Genuine.
Wow.
Genuine's an asshole.
Why? Why? What's up? Why? What's up? Shout out to
Yeah.
Genuine out there. I ain't saying this DJ False ID.
Genuine, I
What?
said it.
Why you don't
Genuine's
like
an
Genuine?
asshole. He
Oh,
was
he.
mad like bougie. Like he had asked my uncle something one time. We was all like in a setting, and he was like, "Yo, how do you stay young? How do you stay relevant? How do you keep up with new music? How do you do these things?" And Anthony like introduced us. And he was like, "My nephew keep me like posted on stuff. He teaches me like you know what I'm saying, keeping up because he's already very fashion forward. He's very like Anthony's on point." And so
Okay.
it was wild because Genuine like brushed me off. Like he was like, "Okay, yeah, but Anthony, I'm trying to talk to you though." And I'm like, he's telling you that like if you're trying to get relevant, because you know what I'm saying, like bro, like you an old nigga now, you know what I'm saying. If you trying to get back popping, trying to see what the new music is, see what the new wave is. My
Right.
nephew right here that I'm introducing you to, and he gave me this like weak ass, weird ass, like, "Oh, I don't want to talk to you" ass type handshake, and I was like, "All right, my nigga, like whatever." And it was crazy because Anthony literally right when that shit happened, he just put his arm around my shoulder and he just pulled me away. He was like, "Man, fuck that nigga." And I was like, "Yo, damn,
Damn.
yeah." It was
Wow.
wild, yo. Yeah, but
Yo, if you are
he's a
joining
good
us,
nigga
we
though.
are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are here with the infamous DJ False ID. He is the DJ of the infamous Rick Ross. We are here picking his brain about the industry. So, you said you don't like Genuine. You said
Nah, I
Anthony,
don't
your
like him.
uncle Anthony Hamilton took you on tour. How was that for you? How did you get the phone call with that? Like, did your mom say,
Well, no,
"Yo, Uncle Anthony want you on tour"? How did that go down?
it's weird because nah, he didn't. It wasn't even like my mom's anything. Like my mom, he was always around. Like even though he's a celebrity, whatever, he's actually very family oriented. And he just called me and was like, "Yo, you want to go on the road?" And I was like, "Yeah." It was just really just a phone call. Like I already talked to him all the time, but he was just like, "Yo, it's time for you to get out there." And I was like, "Let's go." And then I literally, I think I was a freshman at T, and I had to leave school for like 6 months. So I pushed my whole shit back. I was like, "Yo, I'm out, yo. See y'all next semester." I'll see y'all next semester, yo. I'm out.
All right.
So it
So,
was crazy. It was crazy.
you mentioned school, and I did a little bit of research on you myself. I know you had a tough decision, right? Talking to your pops, where you had to make a decision between school or if you was going to do the DJing, and you chose the DJing. How hard was that for you to choose the DJing over school when you know a lot of people in this world, regardless of your profession, you do need the education. How hard was that for you to choose the DJing and not knowing really where it was going to go at the time?
Um, that was a very big thing because I come from a family of all professionals. So it was not, it wasn't popular. They didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I remember I did. So when I was on tour with Anthony, we did Good Morning America and we did Ellen. And I know when my mom saw me on Ellen, she was like, "All right, maybe he did the right thing. Like, my son is on Ellen DeGeneres. Like, what the fuck is this? Like," and so it was really like I had so I went to school for aeronautical engineering. Like, I actually know how to build airplanes. That's what I went to school for. And
Oh wow.
yeah, so I actually walked out. I walked out of internships with Lockheed Martin and Boeing. Like literally, I walked out. I walked out of the internships, and I was talking to people like, "Yo, how much you make? Like, how much you making? You've been in this shit for like 10 years. How much money you make?" And when they told me how much they was making, it wasn't shit. I was like, "Oh, I make way more than this just DJing." Like, And that was it. That was like, all right, I'm out. Like, I was like, I was like, y'all ain't even making as much as I make, and I'm just, you know what I'm saying. I might work like 3-4 days a week now. I work 7 days straight, but you know what I'm saying. Before it was like, I was like, nah, dog, like, fuck that shit.
So let me ask you. You said you working 7 days a week and stuff like that. When is DJ False ID sleeping? What's up? When are you sleeping? When do you sleep?
I really see my cousin just popped on here, but it's crazy because he go out with me a lot, and he'll be like, yo, you got a brunch, and then after brunch, you got a day party. After the day party, you got the night party. After the night party, you got the after hours, the hookah lounge, and the strip club. So that'd be like
Right.
4 or 5 parties a day. Literally be like 4 or 5 parties a day. Like, I literally might, on the weekends, I might DJ 20 hours in one day.
Wow. Cause I remember one day I was talking to my pops and I was just like, yo, I'm trying to get in touch with Force. He was like, call him. I said, I've been calling him. I couldn't get in contact with you. But then we finally touched bases. So it was good. It was love. So let me ask you this. In the midst of you DJing,
Let me take it.
any project that DJ False ID has coming up now? Any up and coming tours that you may have going on that might be coming up right now, or maybe even in the new year? What can we look forward to from DJ False ID?
Well, I'm actually getting back into. I used to produce a lot. I'm about to get back into that. I have a couple projects, a couple more mixtapes I'm about to do. Easy just jumped on. DJ Be Easy is my little brother. He just jumped on me and him about to put some mixtapes out. We got that coming up.
Shout
I
out
do a
to
lot of
Easy.
work with the National Battle of the Bands. I'm doing that. And then the owner of that, I just did his birthday, like celebrity birthday bash in the Cayman Islands. So me and him are putting together some stuff, and we're reaching out to BET and a couple of other places to put together like college tours. So like that's gonna be
Okay.
a big thing that we're doing coming up. So we're gonna be doing like all the different HBCUs and their marching bands, like putting that on blast. So that's the big thing we're working on right now.
I like that. I like that. I like that. So what date is that? Did you? I didn't hear you mention a date. Is there a date on that?
No, it's gonna. We're working on it. We want to get it done, like paperwork done in November. So like we're getting that done for like November-ish.
Okay. I like that. So for any up and coming DJ out there that might want to be their own False ID or what have you, what would you say to them that they need to get into the game of actually being into a DJ? What steps would you tell them to take to say, yo, this is what you need to do if you want to be the next DJ False ID?
Oh, pay attention to your crowd. Pay attention to the people. Pay attention to what they want. Focus on the women, because if the women are dancing, the dudes are gonna be trying to stunt, buy drinks, buy bottles. The club's gonna make more money. Like that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like you really got to focus on the women. Make sure the women are happy.
I
Get that
I,
all
I
real
like
shit.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gotta trap it out all night. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your transitions are clean, and make sure you're paying attention to the crowd. That's it.
Okay, I like that. Yo, if you're just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast. We are here with infamous DJ False ID, picking his brain about how he went from Ross to Anthony Hamilton, also to how he didn't like Genuine. We are here picking his brain. So, False, tell me. Now I asked you about what they need to do to be the next DJ False ID. What would somebody need to watch out for getting into the music industry and trying to be a DJ? What do they need to watch out for? Maybe some pitfalls that they need to look out for.
It's a lot. I mean, really, just stay clean. Don't drink too much. Like it's hard because when you work a lot, people always offer you liquor. People always offer you drinks. It's always something. Don't get caught up. Don't have no babies. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like just try to stay focused on what you're trying to get done. I know it's getting a little loud where I'm at. Hope y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you. It's just right. It's just right. It's just right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, because I've always wondered this. Do they still have like the DJ, the scratches? Like you remember the old movie Juice and stuff like that? Do they still have those going on? Like where can people catch that at? Because I don't know. I gotta ask you. Do they still have those going on?
Yeah, there's still battles. Nowadays, a lot of the new battles is kind of like playing hot music. It's not really like a real battle. They just kind of playing the hot song. But like
Okay.
when you get into like the bigger shit, like McDonald's national competition, they have a big battle. You look at DMC battles. The DMC battle is still the GOAT. It's still like the Super Bowl. that's when people really still out there doing like body tricks and going up under the leg, going behind the back, and scratching with their shoulder and their nose and all that shit. So like it's still an art. It's still a big art. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Kids said they
okay.
just had one in Baltimore. Yeah, kids said they just had one in Baltimore. But like that's
Ah,
a real battle, man. Like you can't battle on controllers, like the little tiny little shits people be using. Yeah, Red Bull, like HD said, Red Bull
Rambo.
battles. Yo, it's called three style. I was in a three style too. Red Bull three style. That's a big battle. I
So,
didn't win that one, but I won the McDonald's national joint though.
so when are
I
they
did win
doing
that one.
it? Is it every at
It's
the end of the
always
year? When are they doing it?
They have them. They have them sporadically. There's no real schedule. Sometimes it's tied to different conferences, like CIAA, NCAA. Like it's tied to different things. So like you just have to look out for it. But there are schedules for the Red Bull and for the Red Bull Freestyle, and there are schedules for DMC competitions. I recommend all my DJs on here. Anybody like look up DMC battles. Look up DMC battles.
DMC reps. Okay, okay, all right. So let me ask you this, because we discussed it earlier in the show. I kind of briefed into it a little bit. Why is it that our rappers, why do they stay in the hood after they make it big? I'm talking about PNB Rock. I'm talking about Pop Smoke, XXX Tenacion. Why do they still stay in the hood after they make it big? Talk to us.
I mean, XXX wasn't even in the hood when he got killed, but I mean, I get what you're saying. And then Pop wasn't even in his own hood. That's the crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he got popped
Right.
on the West Coast by just some young boys that found out where he lived at. So it's like it's kind of fucked up. But I mean, I get what you're saying though, because like it sucks how we keep seeing so many talented people just gone. Like
Yeah.
I didn't get into Juice World until he died. I didn't even like none of his music. And then I went back and I was like, oh, I really like Juice World. Like I was like, I actually really fuck with his tracks.
He
And
nice.
he was gone. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's sad, yo. It's really sad. Like it's
Mm.
really sad. But it's big. I just think that people need to stay grounded. Like you said, it ain't no point of always being super flashy. You ain't gotta be out, you know what I'm saying, just trying to show out all the time and shit. So, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. All right. So,
I mean, don't
what
drop your
would you like
location. Don't drop your location. Don't drop it.
to?
Post where
Yeah.
you
Don't,
at when you leave. Post where you were at. Like I had a great lunch there earlier today. Like don't do it right now.
don't
But
post
if
your
you really
location.
feel the need, yeah. I mean, people be seeing me post like crazy restaurants and shit a lot. I don't be. I might post it after I left. Like I ain't there right now.
So what is it? Let me ask you this too, and maybe it's a slightly off topic. But with the security guards, how come these rappers don't want like a lot of security guards? Is it because maybe it costs a lot of
They
bread?
want to
What's
act.
up?
Nah, it's not expensive because I get security when I do certain shit, and I ain't nobody. But you know what I'm saying. But I feel
Okay.
like people don't. They want to act like I'm good. Like I'm good out here. Like, but then them same people that don't want to talk to people. So it's like if you get security, that eliminate. That's a whole barrier right there. Just get somebody to be like, nah, he's chilling, yo.
Wow. Yeah. 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 That's real. That's real talk.
Sometimes
That is
even
real talk.
the perception of security is enough to deter situations.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. 'Cause sometimes I believe they might get
Right.
their
It's like
homies
kids
and
say
stuff
this one
like
day,
that with
like
them. Yeah. It's
I
crazy,
mean,
man.
it ain't really safe to just kind of be out here nowadays. Like even with the pandemic and shit getting worse, like niggas is hungry, so like it's not really, you know what I'm saying. You don't want to really just be out here just outside.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. That is true.
Better be safe than sorry. And it's like even if you carry, like I carry, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna be necessarily mentally prepared when something comes up. But if I have security, that's all he's thinking about. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
like when a
right.
threat presents itself, he's already ready. I'm just chilling, living my life. But his job is to make sure we good.
To protect you. Yeah. That's true. That's
Right.
true. That is very true. So tell us where for your fans out there, some of the new fans now, because you're gonna have new fans now that you done hopped on the podcast. Tell us how can they book you? How can they get in contact with DJ False ID?
They gotta hit up K Rush. K Rush _90. That's my agent. She does all my booking. She's on the chat. She's on the joint right now. Also, my website is callmeid.com. Real simple. Callmeid.com. So like, if you ever want to get at me, it's on there. If you don't got me on the gram, you can hit the website. It goes straight to me on K Rush.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
So for
So,
sure.
any final words out there for your fans? Maybe you want to let them know something, or you might want to give a special shout out to somebody. Any final words you want to say right now before we start to sign off on Pimp Game?
I mean, yo, love is love, man. Just look out for people, help people. I'm all about networking. I'm all about being able to help the next person get into the next lane that they need to be in. And I feel like that's the biggest thing that's missing right now. It's not love. None of people showing love. Like, and I got a lot of love, and that's why I was able to develop myself down south so much. But it's just like, yo, just get out there and talk to people, man. Anybody doing shit,
That's real. That's
yeah,
real.
they
That's
need to have
real.
premium hookah. CLT desserts. What up? Straight
Yo,
Vaughn,
you
what
got
up?
people on the show showing
Yeah,
love.
yo, yeah, man. But it's like I said, it's all about love, man. No matter what industry you're in, whatever you're doing, just keep showing love because people feel like they might be trying to break into a new lane, but it's all about just looking out. You know what I'm saying? You never know how you can change somebody's life just by opening that door. You don't know.
That's true. That is true.
And that's
That
what
is very,
anybody
very
that
true.
knows me, anybody knows me personally, I'll be the first one to like, yo, you can have the shirt off my back. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I help you? Like, can I introduce you to someone? Can I help you with something? That's always my MO. So,
I respect that. I
so
respect that. I respect that. All right, yo. So we would like to thank to all our viewers out there. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining the show. To all my YouTube viewers out there, thank you too. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I am Kenny D. And also, we like to thank DJ False ID for bringing his butt on the show and blessing us with his presence to talk about hip hop like it's genuine. All right, we will see you next week on Pimp Game. We got a special guest. She goes by the name of Shekinah. She is the owner and CEO of Girls Love Us. She'll be on the show next week on Pimp Game. You don't want to miss it. Holla.
Audio Jungle.